Recording in
Okay, hello. Welcome to the Dighton Public Library Board of Trustees meeting of December 2nd, 2021. Due to the increasing concerns surrounding the coronavirus pandemic, this meeting is a hybrid meeting. Will be open to the public through the Zoom conferencing platform. For those of you who joined, just a reminder that this meeting is recorded and will be available for viewing later on. I will begin with a call to order. I'm Ron O'Connor, the chair of the Dighton Public Library Trustees.
Rita Ruggio, trustee.
Jocelyn Tavares, library director.
First order of business is minutes of the August 19th, October 20th, and November 4th meetings of the trustees. Rita, have you had a chance to
I
review them?
read them, they looked okay to me.
Okay, I did the same. So, you know,
Shall I make a motion to accept the August 19th, what's the other one? September,
October 20th.
October, and November?
And stepping out as chair, I second the motion to approve the minutes as presented by Jocelyn. Any discussion? Fine to me. Okay. So we'll take vote by roll call. Ron O'Connor, aye.
Rita Ruggio, aye.
Motion passes. The minutes are approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jocelyn, for getting those
We're
done.
caught up.
Must feel
Finally.
good to have those done.
Yeah.
So thank you. Old business. Updates on library operations.
Yeah, I've just been keeping this on the agenda just because I feel like things are, I don't know if it's settling down is the appropriate thing to say, but things are falling into place. Our routine, I guess we're getting into routine. Here at Town Hall, Lori has started the taught times. So Tuesday and Thursday at 10:30. And she's had some small groups come in and she's able to do the toddler story time that she normally does. I don't know how preschool story time, what kind of attendance she's getting for preschool story time. That meets Wednesday, 10:30 and 1 o'clock. Preschool story time has always had a little bit more of a challenge getting kids in. I think because they are attending preschool, a lot of them are enrolled in school, and it just depends on when kids are available. So that is set up for, she'll read stories. On Main Street, she would used to provide a craft with them to do with them, but we can't really do that here. So she puts together a make and take craft for kids to take home. So that's been going well. We participated in Lights On last week, and they gave out, there's still some crafts here. We gave out, they made an ornament. Lisa and Lori put together a commemorative ornament for the tree lighting with the year on it. And they have their passport books. We still have plenty of passport books to hand out, and kids can come and, you know, there's activities in it, and they can come and get the stickers between us and the library. And so, you know, we have those things still to hand out through December. The modular unit, people have been coming in, and you know, we're doing okay.
Reminded me that I had my stickers.
You got your stickers,
I
yeah.
put it on my laptop case on something else, and I forgot to do that. So now
Yes.
I remember.
There's not too much to report there. We've had someone come in to use the internet computer. We've some people come in out of curiosity. I had a gentleman come in asking about the library project. So I think the time is ripe to approach probably town administrator Mullen about setting up some of those initial conversations that you've been
Yeah.
wanting to get started. I also, I've reached out to the state aid development team and the library construction team to see if they were ready to come down, now that we've been operating, to see if they were interested in coming down. So I'm trying to find some dates in January to see
Good.
when they were available. So I just have to get back to them on available dates. And I think town administrator Mullen would probably want to meet with them. And if we have a common date, I'll let everyone know
That
when
sounds
that
good.
is. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's really pressing, or if you have any questions about anything in particular about. It's just, I feel like everything is, day by day.
What's happening with the construction or non-construction over at the Main Street building?
I don't know. Britt has done a lot of work with, Britt in particular has done a lot of work with bringing our collection from the lower level upstairs and trying to make room, trying to consolidate the space. But I haven't heard anything about moving forward, or if the library is on, like, we need to move things out of the way, or it's been very quiet in that regard. So or even from downstairs in the attic, Britt was, we were operating under the assumption that we had to
Get things
going, and I was like, Britt's been really moving things around, on, and I was like, I haven't heard anything. Why don't you adjust some of your time to be here for a little bit, and then we can go back when we need to, because I haven't heard a thing. I've heard absolutely nothing about. So.
It's good that she's doing something, because someday they're gonna probably say, okay, this has to be done, coming in next week.
Exactly.
yeah.
So a lot of work has been done, but there's no space anywhere. I need to go back and do some clearing out in the office. I mean, some of it's done, but not all of it. And part of it was knowing what we needed in the modular, knowing what we needed here, and knowing what space we had where, and how to work in what we had. So, we're still working on that, but a lot of it, a big portion of things have been done, and so it's still ongoing. But
No rush on. There's no rush on things. Just
I don't know, everything, I always feel like at the beginning of a project, we're told we need to hurry, and then we get here and
There's no
impetus,
Yeah.
I don't know where we are, so we try to do our part, and
sure. Yeah, a lot was done in a short amount of time.
yeah.
Amazing.
So I'm sure other things have popped up along the way that needed focus, and that's how things seem to happen.
Okay, thank you for all you've done to lead the team through this temporary transition.
does look good, though.
It does. It looks good.
Things are, I know when I went down to sign, Britt said that that had been a busy morning, people, you know, were
That's good.
over at the modular.
But it's I'm just doing this now off the top of my head. It's a modular unit,
Yeah,
not a modern
yeah.
library.
Oh, no,
So
it's no comparison.
no
no.
comparison. You need a modern 21st century library. Okay, hotspot devices update.
So, we had talked about our plan B in the last meeting, and I don't think it was a week later when I got our funding authorization for the laptops. So it being a federal agency, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to work through those
see.
processes that I'm not used to. So I'm working on that, but that has gone through and we're on our way. So
Okay, good.
yeah,
That's good.
it was just funny. We had talked about it
Yeah.
and
And
then
then just
like the
they
next week,
yeah,
I
they
was like, oh,
heard us.
yeah.
Okay, libraries transforming communities, purchases and final report.
I hadn't heard the feedback I was looking for on the programming equipment or the video conferencing or digital programming equipment I was looking for.
Mhm.
And I need to know what I'm doing by December 31st for my final report
see.
that's
Yeah.
due.
Mhm.
So I did go ahead and I ordered the Meeting Owl
Good.
for video conferencing.
Yeah.
And I ordered a tripod to go with it. But I still have a little bit of money left over. So I am looking at other video equipment and maybe like streaming. I'm trying to learn quickly about video streaming and how to maybe do that through Zoom for programming, but I don't know if, because part of that is on the performer, and if we're not all there together, I'm trying to figure out the best, I don't know, I'm trying
Is
to
it-
learn.
I think it's great that you're trying to learn. Is it also possible though to hire a consultant who can train you on, you're just talking about sort of the streaming parts?
I know
Is
that
there money
there-
available to do that or even?
There are people, well, I feel like the professionals who do it are the ones who would come in and
They would just do it?
they would do the videoing. So now that I'm talking out loud, if we're doing the digital programming, I don't know if the video equipment would be practical because I wouldn't be in the same place as the performer per se.
Oh, I see.
We wouldn't necessarily be together.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would, sometimes we wouldn't. So maybe I'm all set with that.
Okay,
I'm just
Alright.
thinking out loud now,
Yeah,
just talking it through, but I'll
Yeah.
do some more.
all right. And I just support if you wanted to hire a consultant to help guide you through this. Even if this grant won't cover it,
Yeah.
we certainly have money in the state aid to be able to do that, I assume. So,
I'll take a look at to
Sure.
see if that's available or
Alright.
when or where.
okay. Cultural council grants?
So I've gotten a few notifications that some of our grants weren't accepted, or some of our proposals, and it occurred to me that the ones that didn't were the ones that were digital. That I had proposed a digital program.
Oh,
And
so
those are
a
the
virtual program, yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
And those are the Criterion.
Oh, yeah,
Theater
you told me this,
ones.
right, yeah.
And I suggested the virtual program because we really don't have I don't know where we can have
Yeah.
a wide venue. I still think the library should have these programs, but we won't have the cultural council funding for it.
What, do we know that it was because it was a virtual program?
The reason that was ticked off in my letter, and everything is done in a whole new platform where
Right.
it seems like it's very form letter based, was that it didn't provide community enrichment or something.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this, yeah. So it may not be so much that it was virtual, was it just sort of limited reach, the limited number of people?
I
who
don't
could be
know if
served
it
by
was limited reach or it didn't, but I'm wondering, it might not make the impact it could have because it's virtual.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of like I'm reading into it. So I can't speak
Yeah.
for the committee, but
yeah, okay, yeah, I'd just be curious because it's probably too late, but I wondered if there was a maybe some encouragement from the Mass Cultural Council to sort of discourage the virtual space
Yeah, I
because
don't
they don't
know.
want that to be commonplace, because it certainly is not a substitute for in-person things. And maybe,
right,
I don't know whether they got guidance to say, prioritize things that are in person over those that are virtual, because that's really that's
right.
what works best. Or
But I
whether they
did-
made a decision on their own.
Well, the reason why I mean, and I'm only speaking for myself, this is just my personal observation, and I want to make that clear, is that the grant we submitted for summer reading is an outdoor event and it's in person.
Mhm.
And I did not receive any notification on that one. So I was like, well, maybe that's why it was.
Sure. Yep. Okay.
Which is, I understand that reasoning. It's not something that we can do easily right now.
Okay. Before we move on to new business, Rita, did you have anything on the old business? I realized I haven't even
No.
invited you to jump in if you, some of you would have anyway, but just wanted to be sure. Okay. So statistics.
I only have the online numbers, the digital numbers for tonight, because it's too early in the month. It's only December 2nd.
Mhm.
So I don't have the physical circulation numbers
Good.
ready.
Okay. Well, I give Canopy 2 thumbs up for
You
anybody
like
who's
it?
watching. Yeah, it's really a great selection.
Good.
Of,
I'm glad to
movies,
hear that.
TV, documentaries. Access video is good too, but yeah, it's good. I've been waiting for that, and once I found it. But, hey, so anything remarkable here on the?
No, I think it just, I think they're probably a little lower. I didn't have a full picture for some of the products either. Some of them I don't have information on, but Hoopla went up quite a bit, I found.
Good.
So we're holding steady.
Next on the agenda is payroll and bills.
Yeah, I have payroll and bills for your approval.
Oh, yeah, it's Thursday and
It's
tomorrow's Friday and lost track of days. I said,
When you
oh,
retire, what's like, what's today?
I've
What
been
did I
like
do
that all week.
yesterday? And that was what day?
When you work, it's like that.
yeah, I'm
That's how I've been.
still working.
So I don't know if you would like to,
Sure.
I have quite a few bills because with the short weeks, I just didn't
Yeah.
submit anything.
Okay.
I don't know who wants what. You probably should get the bills because
Okay, but I need, you
you
want it
need a
done in
black
black?
pen.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you pens. I'll try to find.
Well, this is good, so I don't have to think about this tonight or tomorrow.
Right.
I can let Ann know because she'll remind me, remember you have to payroll.
Okay, there's one black pen.
She used to run down and get it and bring it.
Right
When I was working, I just couldn't get away all this. Some days I said, I've got to get out. just get me out of here. Let's go down and sign payroll, just to get out of the house, away from work.
You can split those up, Rita. if
Yeah.
it's-
We can do some message for this.
Is that not working? Also, no.
I think it's good. It's good. Tear it down a little bit.
If you have any questions. In the meantime.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I can take some of those if you'd like to. Yeah.
Okay. Come up closer.
Okay. Be very attentive to these bills.
Okay,
Camera.
you should, yes. There's good stuff in those things.
Uncle Cruz. All of these. We'd lose our audience if I started to read these.
No, they might be
It might be
interested
very interesting. Sure.
in all the books.
Sure.
Overdrive.
So
I can tell you the methods of the madness of overdrive. Purchases if you like.
So is that what we purchased or what patrons?
That's what we purchased, but a lot of it is based on the hold lists in Overdrive. So I look at how long patrons have been waiting for certain titles. I look at how many holds we have on certain copies. I look at the hot titles that are out there. I look at, we have lists where patrons request certain books. And I take all those things into consideration when purchasing ebooks and audiobooks.
It's not the one for the Lincoln Highway.
And really, we do that with the entire collection. We try to balance demand with gaps in the collection and like
What do
nonfiction.
a lot of the people like?
Dighton is very, our readers tend to prefer fiction. There's a lot of popular nonfiction, but we try to have a good mix of, we pay attention to the nonfiction that is popular
Mhm.
now, that's current,
Yeah, here's the 1619 project.
but we want to also make sure that we have like books in the nonfiction collection, like especially for kids, if we know that a certain grade does a project on countries every year, we want to make sure we have the most recent countries, country books.
Mhm.
We don't want to have Yugoslavia in the stacks.
Yeah.
So we try to keep everything as current as we can, and we want to make sure we're keeping
Mhm.
current as best we can within the budget, meeting our materials requirements. and
Well, it looks like there's nothing else on the agenda.
no, I feel like there's just a lot of wrap up things to do right now.
Yeah. So you think of setting a date with Town Administrator Mullen and folks for after the first of the year?
Yeah,
Or
af-
even when, if things are quiet? Why not have that conversation now rather than waiting till after the first of the year? It's like sometimes the best time of the year is to do it when people really aren't busy, and just trying to catch up on stuff.
I don't know if things are quiet for him,
Yeah,
but
sure.
I can reach out to him.
There could be end of the year reports that have to be done even at the end of the calendar year. So, but you know, I'm around. I'm not going anywhere. I think it's just let's work on a plan
Yeah, no,
and have a schedule, set up regular meetings, talk about community engagement, one way or another, start to get the ball rolling. Get a theme. All right, well, so can we have a motion to adjourn then?
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
I second. Okay. All in favor, Ron O'Connor, aye.
Rita Russo, I.
Motion passes, meeting adjourned.
thank you.
Recordings done.